Hello, everyone. This is yours truly, Lady Emmanuel, aka Queen. That's me. Here, this is the not independent, collaborative skills station for domain and range. My focus is domain and range, so I will not focus on if it's a function or not. I will try to focus on when I'm highlighting things on the grid. Domain will be highlighted in pink, and then range will be in green. Okay. Also, refer to your notes that was given to you for this week. Because of the fact that we'll use open and closed circle, we will use this format for our domain and range for us in left bound, right bound. So make sure you refer to that. Okay. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get started with this. So we are focusing on number one here for the domain. The domain referring to the x values. So when I look at my domain here, I notice that to the far left, I have the graph on x equals the lovely -3 here. Then right bound, I have it on 2. So x equals 2. Those are the only place that I have my x for the domain. So I'm like, okay, it's nowhere else. The only place you can get to this graph here is on x equals -3. The only how you can get to this graph is on x equals 2. So therefore, my domain is x such that x equals -3 and x equals 2. Those are the only values of x that I can get to the graph. So I'm done with that one. Now range is going to be y such that. And when I look at the range, I'm noticing something. I'm like, hold up. The range, it's like when I'm seeing how high, what is the maximum of this graph? What is the minimum? What is the lower boundary, the upper boundary? It has arrows here. It's saying, hey, I don't have it. I'm approaching infinity. I don't have no minimum. I'm approaching infinity. So when it's approaching infinity, this is approaching negative infinity. And this right here for the green is approaching positive infinity. And I will go ahead and encircle that so you can know I'm referring to the range here. So when it's approaching positive infinity and negative infinity, then I know that means it's all real numbers, meaning anywhere on this y-axis, I can go left or right and get to a part of the graph there. So I know it's going to be y is the element of all real number. That's the set builder notation. So for range, all real numbers. Okay. You could write either one, however you want to get used to writing y is the element of all real numbers. So this says y such that y is the element of all real number. It's basically writing it as a complete sentence. Okay. So that was number one. Now number 3. Let's do number 3. Number 3 here. It's have arrows. I sort of like this because you're like, well, it's got arrows here. It's not like this where it has point and it stop or it's just on one partial. Let me go back to this. You see here this dark point and this dark point? It's like it's here, it continue upward, and here it's to jump over and start. So that's the reason I just ignore that because it's like it's just a continuation. Okay, it just jumped over. However, on number 3, we have an arrow here and an arrow here. So you're saying, hold up, it is approaching positive infinity. And the thing about it, if you notice, it's going to keep going and it's slanting. So it's basically going up and to the right, up and to the right. Here it's going down and to the left. It's going down, so it's approaching negative infinity here, left and down. So really, this is going to be for my domain, my range, and for my domain. Okay, so remember what I said. If it's approaching, because this, like I said, it's going up, it's approaching its maximum, but it's continuing on. It's approaching infinity, and it's going to the right because it's just continue. And the same here, it's going down and to the left, forever, basically. So when it's like that and it's got arrows, that lets me know that it's gonna be all real numbers for both. So I'll write x such that x is the element of our real number for the domain. For the range, I write the same thing, but with y. Y such that y is the element of all real number. I've written this set bit of notation. Meaning I can go anywhere on the y-axis, left or right, and I will eventually touch this graph. I will intersect with it. Or I can go up or down on the x-axis, and I will eventually touch the graph. Okay? So bam, that's that, number 3, for the domain and range. Now, let's do, let's see, do we have another? Oh, those two, those you probably, oh, that's pretty easy. Good. So remember what the arrows mean. Remember what the arrows mean, because you got arrows here, you have arrows there, you have one here. So it may look a little different, but remember what it means. It's approaching positive infinity there. Here it's approaching negative infinity. Positive infinity. Okay, so watch out for these arrows here. Okay, because that means something different. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop here, and I'll make you another video so we can fence in information. So I'm going to make a part 2. Okay, so I'm going to stop this. Guys, soak it in. We know it takes time. Love you guys. See you on part 2.